This is why you need to think twice before giving your cat a bath. Cats and water have a complicated relationship, one that has puzzled pet owners for generations. If you've ever tried to bathe a cat, you know it can be a Herculean task. But why is that? Why do our feline friends seem to have such an aversion to water? Let's dive into the fascinating reasons behind this mystery. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be fun. The struggle is real, and it's not just you. Many cat owners have faced the same challenge, but understanding the reasons behind this behavior can help you approach the situation with more empathy, and maybe even a few tricks up your sleeve. So why do cats dislike water so much? The answer lies in a combination of their evolutionary history, their unique physiology, and their finely tuned senses. Let's break it down. First off, it's not because they're just being dramatic. While it might seem like your cat is putting on a show, there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. Cats are complex creatures with a rich evolutionary history that influences their behavior today. Cats are natural-born hunters, and in the wild, they rely on their agility and stealth to catch prey. Getting wet could hinder their ability to move silently and swiftly, making them less effective hunters. In the wild, a wet cat is a vulnerable cat. Getting wet could be dangerous. Imagine a wild cat trying to hunt or escape predators with wet fur. It's not just inconvenient, it could be life-threatening. Wet fur is heavy and can slow them down, making them easy targets. Wet fur takes forever to dry and makes them vulnerable to predators. Unlike dogs, cats don't have the same kind of fur that repels water. Their fur can become waterlogged, taking a long time to dry. This not only makes them uncomfortable, but also puts them at risk in the wild. Plus, it's just downright uncomfortable. Imagine being soaked to the skin and having to walk around like that. It's not a pleasant experience, and for cats, it's even worse because their fur takes so long to dry. Now let's talk about their fur. Cat fur is designed to keep them warm and dry, but it has its limitations. When it gets wet, it loses its insulating properties, making the cat feel cold and uncomfortable. Cats have dense fur that can get waterlogged easily. This dense fur is great for keeping them warm in cold weather, but it's not so great when it comes to water. Once it's wet, it can take a long time to dry, leaving the cat feeling cold and miserable. Imagine walking around in a soaking wet sweater. Yep, not fun at all. That's exactly how your cat feels when its fur gets wet. It's like wearing a heavy wet sweater that clings to your skin and makes you feel cold and uncomfortable. Also, cats are meticulous groomers. They spend a significant portion of their day grooming themselves to keep their fur clean and in good condition. Getting wet disrupts this routine and makes it harder for them to maintain their fur. Getting wet messes up their carefully maintained fur. And that's a big no-no for our feline friends. Cats take pride in their appearance, and wet fur is not part of their grooming plan. It makes them feel unkempt and uncomfortable. And that's a big no-no for our feline friends. A cat's grooming routine is essential for its well-being. Wet fur can lead to matting and other issues that make it difficult for the cat to keep itself clean and comfortable. There's also the fact that cats don't have the same body temperature regulation as dogs. Dogs have a different type of fur and skin that helps them regulate their body temperature more effectively when wet. Cats, on the other hand, can struggle to stay warm when their fur is soaked. They can get cold quickly when wet, which makes them feel even more vulnerable. A wet cat is a cold cat, and a cold cat is an unhappy cat. This discomfort adds to their aversion to water, which makes them feel even more vulnerable. Vulnerability is something cats try to avoid at all costs. In the wild, being vulnerable can mean the difference between life and death. This instinct carries over to domestic cats, making them wary of situations that make them feel exposed. And let's face it, cats do not like feeling vulnerable. They are independent creatures that like to be in control of their environment. Water takes away that control, making them feel exposed and uneasy. Lastly, there's the sound and sensation of running water. To a cat, the sound of running water can be quite alarming. Their acute hearing picks up on every splash and gurgle, which can be unsettling and even frightening. To a cat, it can be pretty alarming. The sound of water is not something they encounter often in the wild, so it can be a source of anxiety. The sensation of water on their fur is also unfamiliar and uncomfortable. Their acute hearing picks up on the splashes and gurgles, which can be quite unsettling. Cats have highly sensitive ears that can detect even the slightest sounds. The noise of running water can be overwhelming for them, which can be quite unsettling. This heightened sense of hearing makes them more aware of their surroundings, but it also means that loud or unfamiliar noises can be particularly distressing. So, next time your kitty runs for cover at the sight of water, remember that it's not just about being difficult. There are deep-seated reasons behind their behavior, rooted in their biology and instincts. Remember, it's not just because they're being difficult. Understanding these reasons can help you approach your cat with more patience and empathy. Maybe next time, you'll find a way to make bath time a little less stressful for both of you. It's a mix of biology, instincts, and plain old comfort. Thanks for watching. We hope this deep dive into the feline aversion to water has given you some insights. Remember, your cat's comfort and well-being are paramount, and understanding their behavior is the first step in ensuring they live a happy, stress-free life. If you enjoyed this perspective on why cats avoid water, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We have plenty more feline fun facts and tips to share with you. Hit that like button and subscribe for more feline fun facts. See you next time. Until then, keep those kitties dry and happy.